Hi guys and welcome back to Let's Play Encased. So we just defeated a bunch of bandits. And we found a metal case and in it a certain device constructed from local relics. Perhaps it can protect you and your transport from anomalies. Now what do we still need to do? We need to restore the power supply, which is in the basement. Let's talk to Melville. And we can also talk to these two guys here. They did help us fight the bandits, so maybe we can recruit them or something.
With his gang problem solved, Melville is visibly more hospitable.
I'm sorry for bitching at you, sweetheart. My mood hasn't been great this last couple of weeks. Would you like some coffee? Because I could,
The old man takes off his plastic leg and wraps it on the counter.
Hey, anybody want some coffee? Coffee, come on.
Alright, so how is it here?
You can't tell if Aaron is coughing or laughing.
Well, it's seething with life. People come and go. White wingers hanging around the swamp. One such fella came along today, walking around poking things with that scanner of his. Doesn't shake hands with people. What kind of guy is that?
Alright, so there's another white winger in the area.
The old man leans close and continues in a confidential tone.
I used to have a gizmo of sorts. It warmed stuff up better than any heater. And when they saw it, their eyes almost bugged out of their heads. They took it away from me. It's dangerous, they said. What else? Well, sometimes bandits show up. Get pounded on the head occasionally. Not as often as I'd like, but there it is.
The old man gives you a smile of satisfaction.
So, tell me what's wrong with the local cuisine.
The blue grunts like a goose.
Well, I cook for myself here. It's, you know, an acquired taste.
How's life?
The old man sighs in sadness.
What life? I'm an old man. Life? My ass.
Alright, let's tell him about the strange creature that attacked me in the basement. Fortunately, we managed to kill it.
The old man scrubs his bald spot.
That'll be my stand-in, I think. And here I reckoned he'd gone and quit on me. Could smell the stench from the cellar. Thought a rat croaked down there.
Listening to your story, he shakes his head in amazement.
You say it didn't even look like a person? Oh, I had a bad feeling about this place from the start. Not good at all, I'm telling you. Hey, sweetheart. Wait a minute. Hold up.
The blue claps you on the arm. He looks a bit confused.
I was just, I was thinking, I wanted to thank you. Maybe we could go on a picnic. You like picnics, don't you?
Well, alright then. I don't mind sitting down and having a snack.
Aaron smiles. His expression is both silly and sincere.
Look, there's a cliff nearby. Lovely place. I got a cook pot already there. A comfy piece of tarpaulin, too. And the logs are alive. Even got a little bottle stashed away.
Melville grunts, reaches under the counter and pulls out a bulky bag smelling of onions. The old man lays out the bag's contents on the counter. Canned pork, onions, eggs, and potatoes. He looks quite proud of his stash.
What's a picnic without snacks? Here, I'm gonna teach you my family recipe for pulled pork. First, you have to boil the eggs, and then...
Gesturing excitedly, the old man reveals the secrets of Melville family cuisine.
I'd cook it myself, but I'm sure you can do better. See the stove behind me? There you go. Use it. Go ahead and cook.
The blue rakes the food back into the bag and gives it to you.
Alright. So we got the food items. I do want to sell some stuff.
Aaron stares into his screen and mutters to himself.
Where am I gonna get all them pawns? You filthy dog.
He notices you.
Ah, it's you. Well, come on, speak up. What do you want?
Well, he doesn't have any money. Not a lot, at least.
And start another war.
So let's actually... Apparently we had the key, very good. So the old man gave us a sack of groceries and asked us to cook a special dish. Can also make heated beans. Pulled pork. Now we also need to repair something in the basement. Restore the power supply. Stack of documents. Gas canister. And fuel. Now we are close to the... or close. Almost at the maximum carry weight. Not sure if this is full or empty. Doesn't mention it. Going to take the fuel though. And since we already have a canister, I'll leave this one behind. Empty beer bottle, some cash. A thin pipe behind the vent grid is producing strange sounds. Knock on the pipe. Something inside the pipe responds with a threatening rustle. So, encounter, I'm guessing. Strange sound is amplified. Now you hear scratching and gnashing as well. Maybe move away. Save our ammunition. Not sure how much we have left. 54, so decent. Simple mine clearance kit. I'll take it. Another canister. Right, that's the canister. food. And generator. Electrical equipment. And this requires 20 tech, which I do not have. Robot maintenance. If we get tech to 30, right, let's get tech to 20 then. To be able to repair this generator. Let's give him the good news.
Aaron stares into his screen and mutters to himself.
Where am I gonna get all them pawns? You filthy dog.
He notices you.
Ah, it's you. Well, come on, speak up. What do you want?
Well, we repaired the turret, or at least we restored the power.
The old man squints and gives you a silly smile.
Huh, so it's like that. Well, thank you. I didn't think you'd be any good.
Aaron stares into his screen and mutters to himself.
Where am I gonna get all them pawns? You filthy dog.
He notices you.
Ah, it's you. Well, come on, speak up. What do you want?
So we made some pulled pork with your original recipe.
Squinting skeptically, Aaron takes a piece of pork and tries it.
Well, what do you know? That came out pretty good.
He lowers his voice.
There's that guy with the rock, the white by the swamp, and those two hippies. Ask them if they want to sit with us too. If you got anybody else in mind, call them too. More people, more fun.
Alright, I'll invite the others to the picnic. Melville apparently has left the area. An unfinished chess game on the computer screen. More food. More disinfectant. Scissors. Antidote and Edulon. We are stealing his stuff. Consider it payment for taking care of the bandits, I guess. Now let's talk to these two hippies. Swallow and Rabindranath. This guy took some damage. on drugs.
Come on, don't be shy.
As you approach the table, you catch the end of a strange dialogue. A grey long-haired man in a silver jacket is making weird gestures as he confidently explains something to the young girl sitting next to him. The only logical and undoubtedly correct answer to this is the dome vibrates out of sync with the universe, hence all the anomalies. Peace be upon you. My name is Rabindranath, and this is my sister Swallow. And he looks from her to you. He feels good. Yeah, he is high on drugs. Study them from a medical perspective. First, look more closely. Swallow rubs her cheek against the table's surface. And Rabindranath sways slightly on the couch and weaves an invisible pattern in the air. These two have taken enough drugs to knock out an entire Blackwing squadron. Calm them down. They can widen their consciousness as much as they want. Well, that's a very wise attitude to take. I forgot I brought Judah Jones. Have you heard about him? No idea who that is. Let's invite these two to the picnic. Why not? Thanks for the invitation. Alright.
See ya.
And they go immediately, apparently. Turret online. Now let's also maybe talk to the guy near the gas station, if he is still here. He also helped us with the taking care of the bandits.
Good day.
Well, alright. Invite him to the picnic. Ask his opinion on how we resolve the conflict with the bandits. Well, you have no idea how many bandits there are out there. Today you kill this bunch, tomorrow their friends come howling for revenge. Still, Cronus's clean slate program is a big mistake. And the goal of the clean slate program is to give convicts a chance to start a new life under the dome. The Orange Wing. Okay, there's no point getting worked up about this now, they're dead anyway. Maybe your decision was actually the right one, I don't know. I just can't get used to the fact we are living in some kind of new Wild West out here. So, let's invite him to picnic, seriously. With a grumpy old fart that can't even fry an egg? Sure, why the hell not?
Bye-bye.
And there was a white winger near the swamp. So these guys are gathering at the bonfire. There's somebody here. Theodore McCready. There he is, right, the white winger. Glue. And bolts. Leave the shovel. Don't think we need another wrench. We already have 3 of those. Right, gunsmithing required. Fuel would be useful if we had a flamethrower. And for power cells, wow, 100 gunsmithing required. That basically means we need to always buy ammunition. Don't think we will ever be able to craft it. Gunsmithing. It's probably tech. Right, worry about that later. Canister. Let's talk to Theodore.
Hiya.
His protective suit sparkles with myriads of flickering pinpoints. It's as if the particles are stuck to the purple gloves and white skull mask. All the research suggests there's a metal badge that says Theodore McCready. I think somebody said that he doesn't shake hands, so greet him with a nod. The scientist responds with a slight bow. So what are you doing here near the swamp? I'm from Magellan Station. Alright, 2 weeks ago management sent me to conduct a field study of my hypothesis, which is that the microlux is an indicator of the presence of mobiosis. They either generate microlux or the two are in symbiosis. And now I'm here to confirm or refute this hypothesis. I see the behavior of the microlux particles has changed. Unfortunately, I can't establish if this is due to the presence of a mobius or something else. So what is this mobius he mentions? That's a topic for another time, but I'll warn you in advance. Like most of what we know about the dome, it's just a theory right now. We often consider the dome a passive environment that doesn't react to our intrusions. This is a faulty, unnuanced approach. It would be more correct to say that the dome is studying us even as we study it. As we remove relics and integrate them into our lives or develop new technology from what we've learned, the dome consumes what we brought with us: cars, equipment, and sometimes even employees. And apparently he is very enthusiastic about this topic. So let's get to the point already. What are mobiles? The mobiles is an example of how the dome transforms our equipment. Research drones, cars, generators. These things regularly vanish, but not without a trace. They come back as biomechanical guards. Actually, mobile stands for Mobile Biomechanical Sentinel. They have their own hierarchy, their own behavioral patterns, their own habitats. They also almost always incorporate an embedded rock formation. Alright. It's a mimicry mechanism to blend in with their surroundings. We already classified several different types, and when we understand the connection between the mobiles and microlugs, we know much more. Anything else you want to know? So what about the lights? It's a good thing you asked. We began to study this phenomenon at Magellan a couple of years ago. We call these particles microlugs, small gas bubbles in a liquid shell, non-toxic, slightly lighter than air, considered non-hazardous. The glow they emit is variable in intensity and independent of external sources. So, does he know anything about C12 Nashville, your mission destination? It's probably a good question. You say they aren't responding? Of course, I know. Listen, you're damn lucky. Nashville's a real treasure trove. A huge excavation topped by a 3-level complex. Spectacular place. I want to hear what you think when you get back. Provided you survive, of course. But that was just a joke. Nothing will happen to you or us. Unless it's the end of the world and missiles crash down on us. Ask if he supports the committee's actions. Is that a trick question? I mean, where were all the critics when an expedition was sent to the dome and the discoveries were made? Are all Kronos authorities thieves and bureaucrats? I really don't give a hoot, since they let us do business here. So, let's also invite McCready. Yeah, why not? I'll be there.
I hope to see you again soon.
Let's actually take a look in this area. Nothing of interest. I think there was something behind the gas station. Yeah, lots of anomalies. I'll leave that for now. Maybe requires muscle. 7. We are at 1, so it's not going to happen. Can we actually get to that location? No. Right, trap discovered. Can use we have a, what is it? Mining clearance kit. Simple mine clearance kit. Trash container. It's all trash, so not sure if it's worth it to use the mine clearance kit on this. Besides, there seem to be 3 traps. Well, unsurprisingly, the trash container contains trash, and these things are still trapped. Now there's also this area, but it's radioactive. A safe. And there's an area behind it. Alright, let's get to the picnic area. Melville leads you to the cliff, carrying a battered old hamper with some chipped plates inside. With a cunning smile, Aaron reaches beneath the fallen tree and takes out a dusty bottle of scotch. You stoke the coals of the expiring campfire, and the flames reluctantly blaze up in response. Examine the plates. The plates look awfully old, as does every single man-made thing in this place. There's a faded geometric pattern on the chipped rims. On the back of one plate you see the contoured Cronus logo and the engraved number 1972. Let's take a look at the bottle. Wood dust lends the bottle a noble look, but a closer look at the faded label puts everything in context. It's cheap hooch called Danny Dawson, the color of which reminds you of furniture polish. Finish lighting the fire and sit down on the fallen tree. You sit down and stretch your legs towards the fire. The sun peeks lazily out from behind the clouds. Even the distant howling of the storm seems to have calmed a bit. Aaron mumbles and jokes with the others while setting out plates around the campfire. Get that pork out. Alright, serve up the pulled pork. You got to give it to Melville's family recipe. The pulled pork looks appetizing and smells delicious. Not bothering with a fork, Brightman plunges his fingers into the food. And you're sitting on a log, gazing out on the hazy desert and scarfing down pork. With half an ear you listen to what's happening around the campfire. Melvie sips whiskey from a tumbler and takes a walk down memory lane. Very nice. Apparently a long time ago they didn't let me compete in a certain tournament. So what tournament was that? It was chess. The picnic is coming to an end. The pork platter is nearly empty. Melvin limps to the edge of the cliff and spits over the edge. Well, that was a nice little sit down, alright. Last one back washes the dishes. Put your dirty plates aside and leave.
Listen, Rabbi, that dust storm? Am I hallucinating, or is it really sort of weird?
Do you remember what Jotha Jones wrote in his latest tract? The strangeness of existence is but a measure of our ignorance.
Uh-huh. I mean, I didn't understand it.
Don't question yourself if this storm is strange or not. Simply accept it, child.
Tipsy, upbeat. -1 perception, -1 brains. Canned beans, heated canned beans. Not sure what the bonus is of heating them up. But let's do it anyway. For the experience, and also warmed up, ready for consumption. Maybe you cannot really eat the cold canned beans, but not sure about that. Right, let's head back to the radioactive area. And then I think we can continue our journey, since we have the relic that will protect us from the storm. For now though, I'll make a cut here. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.